Long before the pyramids became symbols of mystery, there was another structure that terrified even ancient historians. A place so vast, so complex, and so carefully designed that those who entered feared they would never return. Ancient writers called it greater than the pyramids, a structure filled with endless corridors, hidden chambers, and doors that seemed to lead nowhere. Some believed it was a royal archive, others claimed it was a tomb, and a few whispered it was built to imprison something that should never escape. Tonight, we journey back more than 4,000 years to uncover one of the most forgotten wonders of the ancient world, the Great Maze of the Old Kingdom. The Great Maze, often called the Egyptian labyrinth, was first described by the Greek historian Herodotus in the 5th century BCE. He claimed it contained over 3,000 rooms, half above ground, half below. According to Herodotus, the maze was so overwhelming that it surpassed the pyramids themselves. Walls carved with hieroglyphs, stone ceilings polished like mirrors, corridors twisting endlessly into darkness. Most importantly, outsiders were forbidden from entering the underground chambers. Those lower halls, he was told, held the tombs of ancient kings, and something else no one dared to name. Egyptian records suggest the Great Maze was constructed during the Old Kingdom, a time when pharaohs were considered living gods. It is believed the maze stood near Hawara, not far from the Fayum oasis. Rather than a single ruler, the maze may have been a shared monument, built to represent the unity of Egypt's nomes, or provinces. Each section may have symbolized a different region, connected by hallways designed to confuse, disorient, and overwhelm. This was not accidental. The maze was built to control movement, to guide visitors where the priests wanted them to go, and prevent them from reaching places they were never meant to see. Ancient accounts agree on one detail: no one could enter the maze without a guide. Even experienced priests feared getting lost. Torches barely illuminated the corridors, and the stone absorbed sound, making footsteps vanish into silence. Some passages looped back on themselves. Others ended abruptly at sealed stone doors. Historians believe the maze was deliberately designed to break a person's sense of direction and time. Minutes felt like hours. Distances became impossible to judge. For the ancient Egyptians, this mirrored the journey of the soul after death, a confusing passage through the underworld where only the worthy could find the right path. The most terrifying part of the Great Maze lay beneath the ground. Herodotus wrote that he was strictly forbidden from entering the lower levels. Priests warned him that those halls contained sacred and dangerous secrets. Some theories suggest the underground chambers were royal tombs. Others believe they stored forbidden knowledge, ancient texts never meant for the public. A darker theory claims the maze served as a containment structure, built to imprison something powerful, something the Egyptians feared could not be destroyed. No skeletal remains have ever been found. No burial artifacts recovered. Only sealed stone and silence. By the time of the Roman Empire, the Great Maze had already begun to vanish. Stone blocks were dismantled and reused for other buildings. Flooding from the Nile weakened its foundations, and political changes erased its importance. Eventually, the maze disappeared from the surface entirely. Some archaeologists believe much of it still lies buried beneath layers of mud and sand, untouched, unexplored, and sealed for thousands of years. Modern radar scans suggest large underground structures remain in the region, but no full excavation has ever been completed, whether due to lack of funding or fear of what might be uncovered. The Great Maze was more than a building. It was a psychological weapon, a spiritual trial, a statement of divine authority. To walk its halls was to surrender control, to trust unseen guides, to accept that some paths were closed forever. In that sense, the maze represented ancient Egypt itself. A civilization obsessed with order, chaos, death, and rebirth. And perhaps the greatest mystery is not how the maze was built, but why it was designed to be forgotten. Today, the Great Maze of the Old Kingdom exists only in fragments, ancient texts, broken stones, and unanswered questions. But somewhere beneath the Egyptian soil, its corridors may still stretch into darkness, unchanged since the age of the pharaohs. A monument meant to confuse, a structure meant to guard secrets, a maze built not to be solved, but to endure. And if it is ever fully uncovered, we may finally learn whether the ancient Egyptians were hiding knowledge or protecting the world from something far older than history itself.